Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing yellow, and this is a little bit more of a less wearable look. I mean, you could wear it. Possibly. The lips, of course, are a little bit crazy. I'm going to take some stills, and then we'll do it. Mostly we just want to focus on this part, like the blush, the highlight, the eyes. I had to throw in some black because unfortunately there had to be some contrast. But this is the yellow look. In the rainbow monochromatic series. My hair is a hot mess. I just feel like this video did not go as I planned, and I don't know if it's just like the day or if it's just yellows didn't want to work with me. My nose is like, I feel like there's a fuzzy all over my nose, but like the stills will be really pretty in my opinion. Like, I'm really hyped for the stills for this look, but as far as like talking, I might have to switch out the lipstick just so that it's a little bit less distracting for you guys. But like I said, I do want to do some stills really quick and then talk about all the yellows. Unfortunately, there's a lot of yellows. Like, there's a lot of yellows in palettes that I want to mention, so I'm going to cut this intro short. Show you guys one more time this look. I think I messed up my lashes. I was trimming them and taking off the glue, and I took out like a minor clump from here, so this side looks a little bit more full than this side. Did I take this off my nose? Yes, I did. But I might actually, yeah. So let me go ahead and get some photos of this look. Maybe change out the lipstick so you guys aren't like, what the hell, Rosie? I can't focus on you talking because of your lips. I completely understand. So I will see you guys at the end. Okay, so there's actually a lot of yellow, so this video is going to be a little bit difficult to film, and I think I have an idea what I want to do looks-wise, so let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start with a really soft yellow, and that is going to be from the Street Artist palette. This is the one I used in my last video, the orange video, but this is kind of the palest yellow I have as far as pigment goes. It's not the most pigmented, and that's why I kind of want to lay it down. I thought about putting down I thought about using a yellow base, but I kind of want you guys to see how they look just going in blind. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to lay this down all over my upper lid, leaving the top, of course, bare-ish. And just build on this. So this is, like I said, the palest yellow I own. I have so many yellows. It's crazy. Next yellow I'm going to use is from the Morphe 25L palette. This palette has become like one of my go-to palettes just because it has a nice variety of rainbows, and my brush is fraying. Their yellow is kind of a cornflower yellow, I guess you would say. So I had to redo the eye because I went in a direction I didn't want to go in after all. I kept this shade still as my main transition, and then I went into the Morphe 25L palette. I don't know if I did this last time, but I went to this one, and what I did was I actually packed it on, and I feel like that had a lot better, you know, pigmentation. Not like it didn't last time, but I feel like it wasn't quite the direction I want to go through with whatever after all. Next, I do want to go into the Take Me Back to Brazil, which I think I went the other way last time. I think I went into the Take Me Back to Brazil and then the Morphe. So I'm going to go into this one here and deepen that crease as much as possible. I don't know if it's going to do very much, just because I'm noticing that these yellows are like really similar when they're laid down on the skin, which is a good thing because that just means you're getting a lot of good yellows out of all these palettes. But not good for me because I'm trying to put a look together. So I'm making sure I'm packing it on after I blend it on, if that makes any sense. Just so that it keeps its pigmentation. And then like up here, I'm making sure it continues to blend out so it never stays like extremely pigmented and packed on up there. It just kind of flows. I have so many yellows, I almost don't know where I want to start. But I'm going to go ahead and carve out this crease now because I feel like there's not any more yellows that'll define it anymore. I might go over this particular area with a brighter yellow, but I haven't decided quite yet. Okay, I've tried this part multiple times and I keep screwing up. Like, I thought I was recording just a little bit ago and it wasn't. This is the Queen Bee shade from the Equality Bundle. I'm just gonna, I'm not even gonna, because I'm having the worst luck. I'm gonna dab some on my mixing plate so that I can apply it properly. And this is what I'm going to dab here. I was originally just using it like a liner, but I'm going to use this to actually clean the freaking crease because I've had to redo it because I lined it earlier and it wasn't recording, so I wanted to wipe it off so that you guys can see me actually do it on camera. I know that's kind of strange, but I just wanted you guys to see it versus me like being like, oh, I'm sorry the camera wasn't on. This is exactly what I did. I'm going to tell you guys this is what I did. I'm going to show you guys what I did. I'm make sure that sticks. Now that that's all lined up, I'm going to take the concealer and clean that part up. So husband's trying to get out the window, but I have it kind of blocked. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit time consuming, so I'm going to do the rest of this off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so I popped on a wing really quick. It's not finished, but it's, for the most part, the beginning of what I'm going into. Next, I'm going to go into Photosynthesis. This is a Jellyman shadow from ColourPop. I absolutely love this formula. I think you guys have seen me use it quite a few times in previous videos. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab some. I'm almost out, actually. I think I have a backup, but I thought about using it for a giveaway. And I want to ombre out that wing so that it's not like taking over the entire look. And I'm going to go up a little bit into this area. Okay, I do have to make sure that that does blend well together, so I'm going to take a little bit of black from this one. I know this isn't supposed to be a black look, but stuff still has to stay blended. You know what I'm talking about? I think I'm going to get rid of that part. I really do. So I'm going to take my concealer and get rid of this up here. And blend that down. Still keeping it right there. And I'm going to go into Jeffree Star's Jawbreaker palette and use Lemon Drop, which is this gorgeous metallic yellow right here. There's one more yellow that I want to use that I used previously and I wasn't able to tie it in, and it is from the Pinky Rose palette, and it's the Stay Golden shade. So I'm gonna like use this, go over that a little bit. It's like a metallic also yellow. I'm trying to get rid of as much black as possible because I really don't want any black to like take over the look. You know what I'm saying? I think what I'll also do is I will take a little bit more of Queen Bee and line the outer part of it. So I'm going to fix that and I'll be right back. I'm going to throw on some of this glitter. This is Lemon Zest from Too Faced Cosmetics, just to kind of give it a little bit more, like, I don't even know what you'd call it, pop excitement. Because I feel like it's looking a little crazy. I'm going to trust this. I'm going to really, really trust this look and hope that I like it in the end. But before I go on, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera. What do you guys think? We're going to trust this. Okay, I will be right back, guys. Okay, so I am going to go in with a yellow blush. And I'm going to try and go in with two different shades. And I want to go into a soft one. So I'm going to go into the Thirsty palette. This shade Quench. Yeah, Quench. I'm going to take a blush brush. Like an actual blush brush. And got something in my eye. Go ahead and just start applying that. And I'm going to go way the frick up here. Kind of like what I did with my red. Next, I'm going to go into the Violet Voss. This is the Rainbow palette. This is a little bit older palette, and it has a yellow metallic-y shade, which is Buttercup. I'm going to go into this one. This is more like a golden yellow. Oh, that picked up a lot. And I'm going to use that as like a blush topper slash highlighter. Looks really pretty on the cheeks, actually. Next, I'm going to go into the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette. Oops. And I'm going to take this particular yellow. This is, sorry, the Electric Obsessions. And it's a little bit deeper. So I'm going to use this to kind of contour and blend up into the other orange I use. Okay, I'm going to go up a little bit more. Like, if yellow blush were acceptable, this would be so cute. So cute. And for lips, I'm going to go back into photosynthesis. I'm going to use that. And I'm going to take a lip brush and I'm going to go over my lips with this. This is going to be kind of my base, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we have sufficiently made this look unwearable, I'm going to go on with some dramatic AF lashes. I don't know what Jesse's doing. I'm going to go in with some Lashy Box lashes. I love the subscription service. Sorry for the hiccups. These are pretty damn dramatic. This is from, I think they're April box, which is so, like, full of just, like, insane lashes. And I feel like this will be perfect to kind of, like, make it crazy, a little bit more theatrical, because obviously this isn't a wearable look, but I was able to use a lot of yellows for like different things in my face. So let me go ahead and pop these on, and then actually wait before we go in. I'm going to take this one here. This is the Morphe palette, and go back into their yellow and then just smoke out the bottom lash line. I don't know what I'm doing to my inner corner, actually. I haven't really thought about that. I think I'm going to use this one on my inner corner here. I don't hate the eye look, actually. Just so you guys know. It's a little bit shocking for me because it's so yellow. And it was really hard for me to throw on, you know, that contrast without using the black, which kind of is what set me off the most, is having to use that black when I didn't want to. Okay, now we're going to pop on the lashes. I don't know if I have a yellow shirt, but if I do, I'm going to pop that on as well. And then we'll be back with the final look, and I'll do some comparison swatches for you guys. So, we'll be right back. And we are back. So I decided to keep the yellow lipstick on, so I'm so sorry if it's a little bit distracting, but I thought it was fun, and I go and attach to it, and I'm like, I knew I would love the stills, and I just absolutely love them. So let's just jump right into this, because there's a lot of yellows I want to talk about. First and foremost is the Morphe one. I use this one on the lid mostly, and just for the record, in case you're wondering, I did go over the blush a little bit more because I wanted to pop a lot on camera for my stills, and it's a look like. I'm serving it. I'm serving it, guys. So I just swatched this one twice. This is the shade, I don't even know, from the Morphe palette. This is the shade Sunlight. So the one thing I can say about, you know, these shades that I'm swatching is they're pretty damn good with pigmentation. So this is a yellow glitter. This is a yellow metallic. And I mean, I guess you can call it gold, but for me, it was the best yellow. This is what I use as a highlighter. I know there are a lot of like gold yellow highlighters, but I wanted to dip into eyeshadow palettes for that. And then of course the Jawbreaker has two yellows, and I actually really love Lemon Drop. Like, Lemon Drop is such a pretty color. And I feel like for some reason it didn't look as good on the lid today, but I have used it before, And it's just insane with this pigmentation. I'm going to dip into this about 1.5 times, just so you guys see that. To full transparency. Transparency. We'll just leave it at that. And then I'm going to dip into Wow. Wow. And put that one here twice. I'm going over it twice. Again, full transparency. Transparency. I don't even know that word right now. Oh my god. So this one here is Wow. I feel like if I go over it one more time, because I screwed up there. Okay, so that's the Wow. That's the Lemon Drop. This is the shade. I don't know if these have names. Oh, it's called Buttercup from Violet Voss. And then that next one is called Sunlight from the Morphe palette. So those are really pretty yellows. And then, of course, we go into the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I feel like, I don't think I used it in this video. I started to, and I went to redo my look, and I thought I was following the same steps, but I'm 97% sure that I didn't use the same yellows. So these two yellows here in this palette are phenomenal. I mean, I was happy with it the first time. Oh, shoot. I was happy with it the first time I used it, but I just forgot which order I went, so I didn't use it again. I'm going to put this down here and this one down here. So one is more of a canary yellow and one is more of like cornflower yellow. Make sure I'm using those right. Yeah, okay. So that's them there. Again, cornflower yellow and then more of a canary yellow, or other way around. You guys know what I'm talking about. So this is a really good palette for oranges, reds, and yellows. Actually, just for all colors in general. I wanted to mention it because I don't think I've mentioned it yet. And I've done 2 videos already. And this is my 3rd. And I'll probably use it in some upcoming videos. But the thing with the next part of my series is green, blue, and all those shades I can find in more. Like, I feel like these first 3 videos I have focused a lot on the same palettes, but that's because they're the best for these particular shades, whereas you find a lot more blues, purples, and things like that in other palettes. They're more consistent shades in palettes. You see them appear a lot more than yellows and oranges and reds. You don't see those very often in palettes, so when you do find them, it's a big deal. So this yellow here, this is the softest yellow I own, which is pretty funny because these 2 oranges are insanely pigmented. I used them in my last look, if you guys can remember. But this is what I used as my transition shade in my, like, up here. And that's what it looks like there. So on the skin, it looks really pretty, but on my lid, it was definitely a lot more muted down. But it is still really pigmented. Like, this palette is so underrated, and I know I've mentioned this before in my last video, but I had this for a couple months. You guys asked me to use it, but I knew I was going to use it like in this series, and I knew I used it in different videos. So I would check them out. Small brand, Ruby May Cosmetics, but they don't deserve, they don't get the recognition and the love they deserve. So make sure you guys follow them on Instagram. I will link them down below so you guys can check them out. And then, of course, we have, I'm going to have to switch hands on this one. We have the Pinky Rose Cosmetics. This is Obsessed. They have yellow and I think all of their palettes, which I love about this brand. So I'm going to swatch them on this hand here. Stay Golden and Party On are 2 yellows in this palette, which is why I went for this one. I do have the Bright Lights palette next to me as well. So this is Party On, and this is Stay Golden. Stay Golden is the one I use on my lid, like next to Lemon Zest from Jeffree Star. Like, look how pretty that is. This one here, this hand. It's almost like identical to a Lemon Zest, but when I put them on together, they almost blended like into one shadow, which is why I threw on the glitter, because I wanted to make sure you guys can see that they were 2 different shades. And they have extreme pigmentation, so that's what I really love. I'm going to go over these twice just so you guys can see that I'm being fair with these shadows. So far I've gone over twice for all of them. But look how pigmented those are. I almost feel like those are the most pigmented yellows out of all of them that I own so far. I am going to go into the James Charles one next, of course. I don't know what that yellow one is called. Like, don't even ask. I don't think I've played with this one quite yet. Actually, wrong finger. Quite yet, but I've seen looks with it, and it's a really pretty one. And as you guys know, Morphe does have a really good pigment shade. I want to say eyeshadow because they're pigments. So that's what that one looks there. That one is very similar to Sunlight with a little bit more yellow versus kind of like the Dandelion, or yeah, Dandelion shade. Is it Dandelion? Sunflower.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
And then last two is Quench, which is what I use on my cheeks. And look how good it looks as a yellow blush. Like, holy... I was gonna say, holy hot damn. I went to say both those words at the same time, and it turned into almost hot dog. I almost said hot dog. So, going over this one twice. That's what that one looks like. It looks really pretty here compared to even this one here, which was Wow from the Jawbreaker palette. But it's funny because when I did my Jawbreaker and my review video, when I swatched those two side by side, I felt like this one was a lot more pigmented than this one. But they're both pigmented in general, so I guess it just depends on the day. This shadow keeps falling out, so I'm going to just leave it out. This is the Bright Lights palette. This is their yellow one lit. This is the first yellow they released. This is Pinky Rose Cosmetics. Like I said, they have a lot of yellows in their palettes. I think the other two palettes of theirs that I own also have yellows, like different variations of yellows, which is so cool because it's nice to have a brand consistently put a certain shade in palettes. And yellow is one of those shades that you can mix with a lot of different colors to create a lot of like colors. I mean, obviously you can add yellow to red to make orange. You can add yellow to blue to make green. So it's nice to see a brand recognize that it's a primary color and people can benefit from it in a palette, if that makes any sense. So these are all the yellow shades. Like, it's a lot. And I feel like I do have more, but these are the ones that I knew would be the most notorious, like, within people's collections. And these are the ones, of course, I gravitated towards. Like, I had to have a metallic yellow, and these two are so pretty. The one from Violet Voss is definitely more gold, but the one from Jeffree Star and the one from Pinky Rose are, like, actual yellow metallic. So if you're looking for a good yellow metallic, either one of those palettes will be good. I will be listing them down below, of course. And that's it. So let me get it close for you, just so you guys can see them. There's more here. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I'm RLQ.Rosie on Instagram. Most of you guys know me from there. So if you don't, or you're not sure, by the way, these lashes are pretty cool, are they not? If you're not following me there, then please be sure to follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and don't forget to subscribe here. Give this video a thumbs up. I'm really loving the series, and actually, I hated this look when I first did it. I really hated this look when I first did it, and I trusted it, and now I'm like, ooh, it's a look. So, I hope you like this video. I hope you guys are looking forward to green. Green's next, and I'm going to have so much fun with green because, like, I'm hyped. I'm really hyped for green, so I hope you guys come back for that video. I hope you guys enjoyed my first two videos, red and orange. And, you know, if you have any ideas or anything you want to see in addition to the Rainbow series, then let me know down below. But that's it. If you don't like this video, please just walk away, pretend it not happened. But as for the rest of you guys, I will see you all in the next video.